When Catherine Smith met Tony Moore online, she thought she'd found her Mr. Right, when in fact he was the man who would murder her. Catherine met Tony, 46, on dating website Get Plenty of Fish in September 2017, but things weren't as they seemed. The mother of one from Cardiff had dated him for just a few weeks when she was found in her flat stabbed 33 times after an argument. Tony Moore had faked his identity, claiming to be 10 years younger, all to draw in the 26-year-old. Catherine, unaware of his deceit, had begun a relationship with him. ITV's new documentary Cold Blue Murder airs tonight, laying out the police investigation from the moment 999 was called to where Tony aka Anthony Lowe was finally charged 36 hours later. In March 2018, Lowe, 46, pleaded guilty to murder at Cardiff Crown Court. He was jailed for a minimum of 18 years. On the night of Catherine's murder, the couple had spent the evening bowling with her family. They drove off in the car together to her home address. Lowe said they argued in the car and Catherine gave her engagement ring back. The argument escalated, and Lowe claimed she punched him, prompting him to headbutt her hard, making her bleed. Later, the police discovered that, while they had argued, the rest was a lie. Lowe had stabbed Catherine with a kitchen knife 33 times in her front and back. He then fled and texted Debbie telling her when to find her. "You need to send police to the flat because Catherine is lying on the floor dead." "I'm sorry, but that won't make up for me killing your daughter." Catherine's mother, Debbie Smith, said they talked every day, and when her daughter didn't pick up, she rang around her friends to find out what was wrong. It was then that she saw the police approaching. Debbie remembers the moment she was told Catherine was dead. "I saw 3 people coming towards us, and my words to them were, 'Don't say anything's happened to her.'" She remembers, "And they just looked at me. And I just screamed the place down. I close my eyes and all I can see is Catherine trying to get to me." The documentary breaks down how the police caught Catherine's killer and the impact on her family. Timeline of events: 36 hours to catch a killer. Day 1, September 27, 2017, 9:08 p.m. On September 28, 2017, the police get a call from one of Catherine's friends who has a text from Lowe. The police ask what the message says, and she simply says, "He's killed her." 10:45 a.m. Police go to the flat in Cardiff and find Catherine lying in a pool of blood. The police radio it in. "We've got a Cold Blue here," he says. "We're looking at a murder scene." 2:35 p.m. Catherine's mum, Debbie, is told about her daughter's death. A police family liaison coordinator is sent to deliver the news. The priority now is to ID and trace the suspect. Anthony Lowe has fled South Wales, but the police can track his mobile phone. They discover his phone has connected to several masts in Bristol. Lowe sends messages to Debbie where he says, "I think she's in the flat, we split up last night. She told me she's seeing someone else." The police use it to track him, but the signal is lost. 4 p.m. The Senior Investigating Office, Detective Chief Inspector Rob Cronick talks to the Scenes of Crime Officer, SOCO, while the team carry out house inquiries. 4:25 p.m. The SOCO says there is some sort of weapon, which is in her left side. It's the suspected murder weapon, an orange-bladed kitchen knife. The forensics officers examine it. 4:55 p.m. Police learn Debbie has got a message from Lowe. He threatens to kill himself and confesses to killing her. A negotiation team calls Lowe, but his phone goes to voicemail. 6:48 p.m. Lowe's phone is back in signal. He's now 30 miles away in Weston-super-Mare. The police are concerned he could walk into the sea, and no one could stop him. Senior Investigating Officer Det C.H. Evans Rob Cronick says, "We desperately need to get answers from Lowe. With his phone now not responding, and the fact he's threatened to commit suicide, there's a real chance we may be too late." Sup Jones sends officers there and tells them to wait on his instructions. The team wait at the service station and wait for the signal. The team head off. While the location has changed, the plan hasn't. What's going on? Is she or not? Lowe texts Debbie. The force's head of major crime DetSupt Richard Jones says that would indicate he doesn't know she's dead. I mean, he's hoping then now by the look of it that she's possibly still alive. But previously he's been saying he's killed her. He's been thinking about it. He's more hopeful now that she might be alive, which is a way in, potentially, for negotiators. The next hour is now crucial. The team are told the knife is still embedded in Catherine at the scene. 7:58 p.m. Police close in. It looks like he's near the town hall. 3 plainclothes officers follow him to a supermarket where they arrest him. The moment is captured on CCTV. He's driven to the station in South Wales. Police prepare a statement from the family. "Catherine will be sadly missed. We are shocked and cannot believe what has happened to her," it reads. "She was a loving daughter, granddaughter, sister and friend. She will also be sorely missed by her daughter." Lowe arrives at the station. 8 p.m. The pathologist update gives provisional numbers of the wounds: 8 stab wounds to the upper left chest, stab wounds to both sides of neck, long cut behind left ear down to neck, 3 on back, 1 to lower right back. Day 2, September 29, 2017, 3:15 p.m. Lowe is interviewed but refuses to answer the police's questions with no comment. His solicitor reads out his prepared statement. "Approximately 7 to 8 weeks ago we started dating. Things progressed quickly, and after a week we got engaged. We were arguing in the car. During the argument, Catherine took off her engagement ring and gave it to me. He denies stabbing or killing Catherine, instead saying he headbutted after she punched him during an argument. He said he saw her bleeding and later saw it had got onto his clothes. He denies stabbing her and says another person has keys to Catherine's flat. There are no corresponding injuries that back up his story. Now the police have to build their case." Richard Jones says, "We believe, and I still do, despite the gross, my working hypothesis is that he's murdered her and left the scene at that time. And more importantly, if he's headbutted her to the face with such force that she's fallen to the ground, there's no corresponding injuries that would match on her face or nose. Over the next few hours, the police talked to the family and informed them she sustained 33 stab wounds. Police look at other lines of inquiry, making discoveries about him, like the fact he contacted a series of ex-girlfriends while on the run. One agrees to meet with police. Detective Jane says, so when Catherine met him, she thought she was meeting somebody that wasn't actually the person she was going to meet. And the person she did meet ended up murdering her. Detective Jane meets with the ex-girlfriend. I couldn't go anywhere without him. If I wanted to go to the shop, he would have to go with me, his ex Sarah told a detective. I couldn't get away from him. Sarah said he texted constantly and became aggressive and jealous. Lowe's voicemails are played in the documentary, showing how aggressive he became. "You fat effing slag, I'm going to effing kill you," he's heard saying. 6 p.m. Police review tapes. Lowe is seen on footage on a bus texting from Bath. It may show he sent the messages where he admitted to murder. DC Melanie Deer says it links exactly with the timings we have got on the download of the text messages. While Lowe clams up in the interview room, detectives discover a deleted video on his phone which provides direct evidence that they hope will put him behind bars for life. 11 p.m. now, 36 hours after the investigation began, the police have enough evidence to charge Lowe on suspicion of murder. Read more Real Crime